I live for this day, every day, sharing my hopes and dreams that my heart whispers in every way. Are you ready to be vulnerable as I welcome you to the Cindy Garza podcast? Hi everyone, and welcome to the Cindy Garza podcast. I'm your host, Cindy Garza. So today's topic I want to talk about is perseverance. Whew, man, these last 24 hours have been a whirlwind. From having to, I had no idea this actually I did. My aunt did warn me and I just totally forgot. So it is definitely ice-based. But some airlines, I don't know if it's all airlines, but I think it might be all of them in France, when you leave, they weigh your personal bag and your carry-on bag. And if it's more than 26 pounds, you have to check it in. So I had to check my carry-on bag in. It was way too heavy. I think mine cumulative was 50 something pounds, something like that. So I was they were that's way too much. I was oh, sorry. So then for some reason we were gonna land in Edinburgh. By the way, I'm doing a 5-day little mini trip to Scotland. So just to preface that. Edinburgh airport thought that our flight was canceled for some reason, so the runway was closed to us, so we had to land in Glasgow, and then we had to refuel and then make it back. I don't know, I was kind of in a sleepy haze of this all, so we're supposed to land at 8:30, something like that, and we landed at 11 or something. Basically, it was 10 to 11. And then they lost all our luggage on the plane, so we were all waiting there for 2 hours, and well and dandy, I had the air tag though, and I could see that my luggage was at another side of the airport, but once you left this area, you couldn't come back. So waited until finally I was okay, I filed, my luggage is lost, they're gonna reimburse me if I have to get necessities. At what point do I just wait or leave and just go on with my day, because it's just closed? So I left and then went to get my rental car. They had already given it away. Oh my god, it was one thing after another, I swear. Was able to get a different rental car from a different company, and really grateful for that. And that lady, that girl was so nice. She was go to Primark, but not in center Edinburgh, because you're not going to be able to park. And she was just so sweet. So I went to Primark, attempted to go. I did end up finding it, but this was my first time driving in the UK, so that was so scary. I definitely turned down one. Oh my god. I was driving. I went to Primark, got everything, went to go check into my hotel, and I was trying to find the Waverley car park, because apparently there's no parking. It's hard to find parking in Edinburgh. So driving, and I turned down this road, and my GPS didn't tell me. So again, definitely my error, but I turned and then it was a one-way, and then I started backing up, and then there was a bus coming, and then I had to go forward, and then I had to quickly get out of that situation. So that was so fun, and yeah, definitely lost a couple years from that experience. But anyway, I'm wearing clothes from Primark, except for this shirt that I'm re-wearing, and I need to find deodorant, because by the time I got here, everything was kind of already closed. So after this, I'm gonna go check out of my hotel, get what I need, and make a 6-hour trip up north. So I'm actually really excited for the road trip. I'm really excited. And out of all of this, I think it's just really important to think about the good things, because there can be so many bad things in life. And it's so funny because the night before I left, so 2 nights ago, I had been on my blog and I started posting, and I had a couple of posts scheduled, and yesterday's unironically was this really pretty picture of this postcard that I found at this like little stationery store in Paris. And there's like a cute little palette of different flowers, and it just was so beautiful. And when I was looking at it, I just was like, do you want to see your life in gray or in color? Like, you really do have both options. And that published while I was in line for my rental car, and I was like, it's so true. Like, I can really go on and on about like, oh, woe is me. And not that, like, you definitely need your moments, because like you don't want to hold it all in. But I think at the end of the day, you have to think about, okay, I'm grateful for so many other things. So like the gratitude outweighs everything else that's happening. So I'm very grateful for that girl that was able to help me find my rental car, tell me about Primark, because I didn't even know where to go to get clothes. Very grateful for the hotel that I was able to find last minute. It's exactly what I needed. I have this little living room space, which I was like, I gotta make the most of it, make the podcast here. And the bed was so comfy. I even took a bath this morning. And Scotland is truly healing me from just like my soul and my food poisoning, because I woke up today and no stomach pains from last night's dinner, and I had porridge this morning, and it was like life to my gut. It was so good with like chamomile tea. Chef's kiss. So good. So, you know what? Persevere through it all. It's hard sometimes, and definitely take those moments to yourself to just cry. I definitely did that right before I started recording. But you know, I want to see things in color. Oh God, that's gonna make me cry. I want to see things in color, and I want to appreciate all the beautiful things in life that life has to offer. And there's so many, and it's truly in the smallest of details and the biggest of things. And so, as I sit here, there's this tiny little dandelion whimsical thing. It kind of looks like, if you've seen Brave, the little like whimsical things that were floating, kind of looks like that. And it's just like floating in next to the window from like the airflow, and it just looks so pretty. And so I'm going to appreciate that, and I'm going to appreciate the big things like my health, my life, my family, the fact that I get to do this trip and this mini trip. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm still here, and I'm still living. So there's so many things to be grateful for, and I'm choosing to see things in color. So you have those options. And it's so funny, even I was at breakfast this morning, and I like just happened to turn to my left and up, and I see this pigeon, and they have these like little stakes on the pipes so that birds don't sit there, and persevered through it all and laid a little egg's nest there. And she was just sitting there, and I took a little video of her, and it was almost like she was watching me, because she started looking at me and like turning her head, and it was so cute. And it was almost like, you can do it, like you got this. So anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day as you persevere through all the obstacles in your life, and know that, you know, your ancestors are guiding you, your spirit guides are guiding you, your angels are guiding you, you're guiding yourself, your gut, like your instincts are guiding you. And just know that it's all going to be okay. Like, go with the flow, appreciate the things that are still going on that are good, and focus on that. Because I think also, like, once you start focusing on that, that starts to magnify in your life. And it's almost like a test. Like, are you gonna, like, be down because of that, or are you going to stay positive? So, anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you guys are proud of me. I really brought all this stuff to Scotland, my recording stuff, because I was like, I have to keep the podcast going. And yes, you might think, oh, you should have just recorded it when you're in Paris before you left and just had it scheduled. I definitely could have done that, but you know what? Things happened. Things happened, so I'm persevering through it. I'm doing it. We got this. I love you. Bye.